in cross-border transport. How do we bring together all these diverse policies and organizational interests to improve the transport system for effective cross-border transport? The importance of transport, I think the earlier speakers have said, is that it's like, as they say, preaching to the poor. We all know that's why we are here. We have taken it at the continental level, at the African Union level. You are all familiar with NEPA. A key element of NEPA is on transport infrastructure. And we have estimates of what we need to develop our regional program networks, ranging figures up to 20 or 40 billion, depending on whose figures you use, per year to bring our transport networks to levels where our region as a whole can become competitive in the global market, which we are not now mostly because of transport, but also because of energy. So we have continental programs and policies developed since the establishment of NEPA, and our leaders still dissatisfied with the progress we have made. This year they had a special summit in Addis Ababa in February where they focused on the issues of how do we develop our regional infrastructure, transport and communication, so that our economies can pick up. The emphasis on regional programs in Africa is obvious in that since the establishment of Africa as we know it, we knew that with so many small countries we have, the strategy that has been adopted is regional integration and cooperation, economic cooperation, and for that to work in the transport goes without saying. Therefore, the regional economic communities that have been set up, again also focus on transport. We have the regional economic communities, like one is based here for East Africa, called the East African Common Market, ESC. You have others for Eastern and Southern Africa, we have for Southern Africa, we have ECOWAS and West Africa. Key component in each of these programs is infrastructure and transport, and road transport in particular. So the importance is there goes without saying. Then we have, of course, at the national level, and most of the talking today we did was focused on national level activities. Now, who are the authorities in transport? Again, I think we are all very familiar with this. We have at the ministerial level, if you're in Ghana, you have even more than one minister responsible for transport issues. That shows how important transport is at the national level. Of course, including the movement, you have immigration authorities, if you're talking transport movement, you have customs and revenues. All of these authorities affect how the traffic flows across borders. Of course, security agencies, and not least, this transport actor, the road transport in particular, we have entered at the various ports where the goods come and go out of the region. So the ports authorities, not road people, but they're very important in effective movement of our regional transport system. And then, of course, internally, we have the roads authorities, we talked about that, the transport regulators, road safety authorities, and transporters associations who make things move. Now then, what I guess I like some of the challenges I'm sure my colleagues will develop on this. Of course, the biggest thing is that when we're talking interregional movement transport, we have the networks we have are inadequate by any definition. You find, say, between Kenya and Uganda, there's only almost only one road network. If something happens to that, like happened in Nairobi after the election, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi are basically fried because they don't have a time. So they're totally inadequate infrastructure. Even the one that is there is not very good. And even the good portions, because of other factors like border crossing delays,